So mathematics in Year 10 is a compulsory subject. Everyone is going to do it, but everyone's going to do a slightly different program. The 4 pathways we've designed are a foundation pathway, a general pathway, a methods pathway, and then a specialist pathway. And these 4 streams are going to help you in the lead up to VC mathematics, and they will cover the areas that you've covered from 7 to 9, number, measurement, and statistics and probability. The first pathway is foundation maths, and this one is being designed to help students who have always struggled with maths and would like to further build upon their numeracy skills. It's about applied mathematics, how you might use it in a financial sense, you might do your taxes in a building sense, and just your basic numeracy skills. If you're going to choose to do this pathway though, it is really advised that you talk to your current teacher just to make sure it's the right pathway for you. General maths is our standard pathway, and it's designed to be a bridge between the foundation and the methods pathway. So you're going to be looking at areas of financial maths, measurement, trigonometry, linear algebra and graphs, and statistics. This is a lead up for obviously VCE general maths, and a use of a calculator is recommended. The methods pathway is designed to go on to Year 11 and 12 VCE maths methods, and it's very heavily algebra based. So a strong understanding of algebra is needed to be able to successfully complete the methods pathway. Within the pathway, you're going to be looking at things such as linear algebra and graphs, quadratics and their corresponding graphs, trigonometry in the sense of right angle and non-right angle triangles, measurement, probability, congruence and similarity, and rational and irrational numbers, which is surds. If you're not overly confident with algebra, it doesn't mean you can't do the methods pathway, it just means that you might need to put a little bit of extra work in. The specialist pathway is for our students who really have a strong interest in mathematics and want to continue on it further and maybe do it at university. It is a fast-paced program. It covers the same things that were covered in the methods pathway plus extra things. Some of the topics that are above the methods pathway that you're going to cover include trigonometry graphs and the unit circle, logarithms, polynomials, circle geometry, bivariate data, and if time permits, we like to try and have some calculus time. You really do have to be confident with your linear algebra and quadratics to start this program. It's really hard if you don't have a strong understanding of algebra to start with. So foundation maths is the everyday maths, the maths that we use in our everyday life. General maths is a link between foundation and the methods. It's going to touch on everyday life and add in some more algebra concepts. So methods is algebra, algebra, algebra. There's going to be some other concepts involved, but it's very heavily algebra based. Specialist continues along with the same vein. It's very algebra based, but instead of just applying the formulas, you're now looking at why the formula actually exists. When you're choosing any of the pathways, talking to your teacher or talking to someone who's been your teacher before is probably the first step. If you have an enjoyment for maths, you can pick up the skills as long as you're willing to put the work in. The calculator is highly recommended for the general pathway, the methods pathway, and the specialist pathway. If you're going to continue on to do VCE maths, you have to have it. It's a requirement in VCE to have the calculator. To best prepare yourself, obviously first you need to decide what pathway you're going to go down. If you're going to choose the methods and the specialist pathway, you need to make sure your algebra skills are up to scratch. You can do that by looking through some algebra work you've done currently in Year 9, or you can talk to your teacher about getting some extra work.